Hi guys, so today we're doing story time, and today I'm talking about a time when I got befriended just to get my stuff stolen. Okay, so I'm not gonna say her name, I'm gonna just call her what do I call her? Slim, because she's very slim. Slim. Okay? So before going into sophomore year, okay, so this girl, I knew this girl, she used to go to middle school with me, but I never talked to her. She was just in the same grade, and then in middle school we switched classes in between, you know, every class. So like we didn't have classes together at all. We were just in the same grade and in the same school. So I knew her by that, that's it. And then some of our friends were in common too, so I would like talk to her here and there, just hi and bye, but that's it. But see, I didn't really know her or nothing. But we had each other on Facebook and everything. She writes me a week before freshman year started, asking me if she could borrow, or she could have a bag or borrow a bag for school because she doesn't have one. And I told her that she could use my, because I got a new bag for the new year, so I told her she could use my bag from last year. So she came and picked it up because she only lived like 2 blocks away from me. She came and picked it up, and that was it. And then she writes me back a day before school starts, and she asks me if she can shower, and I'm like, yeah, I just need to ask my mom. And cause I mean, why not? You know, she told me that she didn't have water and she just wanted to shower before we went to school, or you know, before school started the next day. So I said, yeah, I just need to ask my mom, and I need to ask my mom and my older sister. So I went to go ask them, and they said yeah. So they let her shower, but they said it was just this one time. But before, and then so she showered, and then you know she was leaving, and before she left, my sister and my mom felt bad. So they were like, oh well, just ask her if she needs to shower, she could come shower until her water gets turned on. So they told me to go offer her that. So I went to, before she was walking out, I told her, if you want, you could come shower, you know, whenever you need it before your water gets turned on. And she said, okay, thank you. And then the next morning, she came over so we can go to school together, and she had her couple outfits for the first maybe week, and then after that, like I started noticing that she didn't really have clothes. So I offered her if she could borrow some of my clothes, you know, so she could wear it to school, because I know how it feels to not have clothes. Like at the time, the only reason why I had clothes was because I had just barely got my first job, and I was buying myself things. But before that, I didn't have nothing. Like I used to struggle. I used to make outfits just, you know, out of nothing. So I knew how it was. So, you know, I felt for her, and I told her, if you want, you could borrow my clothes. So she said, oh, okay, thank you. And I let her borrow my clothes. So like every day for school, like I know people notice, because there's this girl who had her in a different class and had me in a different class, and a day before she wore like a certain type of jeans that I would let her borrow, and then like 3 days passed, and then I'd be like, oh, I need these jeans. So I would wash them and I would wear them, and then I would go into class and people would be like, aren't those jeans? And I'm like, no, these are mine. You know, so I know people noticed that she, like, you know, we were wearing the same clothes. So they knew something was up, but I mean, I was letting her borrow my clothes every day. Like, everything. And then, so, you know, she started coming every day, every morning. So we got close. We actually became friends, which I thought, you know. I thought we were friends and stuff. So she would be here every day like this. She was here every day for a whole month, day and night. Like, she would go home, sleep. Sometimes she wouldn't even go home. Sometimes she would just sleep over on the weekends. But I think on school days, her mom would make her go home. And then, you know, and then she would just come here early in the morning, go to school. And then after school, my boyfriend would pick us up. So she would just come straight to my house, and we would just chill, because she lived 2 blocks away. And she would just stay here all day. So I guess her water wasn't going to get turned on, because I think they just didn't have the money for it. And then... So they didn't have the money for that, and then they also didn't have the money for their rent, so they were getting kicked out. So they were buying a new house, or getting a new house, renting a new house, and it was coming close to it and stuff like that. And like I started noticing her getting like a little bit sketchy. Like even my sisters did, so they told me like, even my mom at the time was getting mad at me too, because she was telling me like, why is she wearing your clothes? You shouldn't be letting people borrow your clothes. And I was like, I just let her borrow my clothes because I really felt bad for her, and I felt for her. So I was like, it's cool, she's not gonna do nothing. And they told me like, well, you better make sure you get everything back. And I said, I will. Trusting Slim trusting Slim that she was gonna return all my stuff. I didn't notice nothing because I was so blind. I was like, no, she's good. Until the last day that she left. Like I was at work and she texted me at work on Facebook asking me if she could come pick up some of the things that she left. And I told her, yeah, just wait until I get back from work so you could come, because I'm not there. And then she said, it's just a couple things and stuff like that. But I told her not to come, and I had to get off because I had to go back to work. And then she ended up still coming to my house, and my older sister answered the door. And then she told her, and my sister was like, Ruthie's not here. And then she told my sister that it was okay that I told her that she can grab her stuff. And then she said, you can watch me if you want. So my sister went, all right, well, come on. And she took her to my room and she grabbed her stuff. And my sister was watching her. Like, she wasn't going to just trust her. Like, because she was one of the ones that was telling me, like, keep an eye on her. And I'm like, all right. So she walked her into my room and she let her get her couple shirts. And she took off with them. And that's it. And I came home from work and my sister told me that she came. And I was like, I told her not to come. I told her to wait. I was like, what did she take? Did you see what she took? And she told me what she took. And I was like, oh yeah, those are hers. And then she was like, my sister started telling me, where's all your stuff? And I was like, I don't know. And I only noticed, I think, like 3 things at first. Only 3 things that I noticed that she took was some shoes, an army jacket, and like a pink crop top, like a hot neon pink crop top. She took that, and those are the only things I noticed. So I asked her if she had them. I called her when I got home from work. I called her and I asked her if she had them, and she said no. She was like, no, Ruth, no, I don't have them. They have to be somewhere there. And I was like, oh, okay, then I'll just look. And she said, okay, bye. And then like after that, like she didn't, like, after that I kept calling her and she didn't want to answer my call. So I was like, so that confirmed it. Like, she just answered that one call just to see, and now that she knows that I know what's up, she's not answering my calls. So she didn't want to answer my calls, and that's when I started noticing a whole bunch of stuff missing. So then I just let it. I was like, whatever, like, I don't know where her address at. She doesn't want to answer my calls. Like, I was trying to hit her up on Facebook. She didn't want to write me back, nothing. And so we left it at that, and then a whole month passed, and this girl forgot that we were friends on Facebook, and she decided to post pictures with my clothes on. So I commented on the thing, and I told her, I thought you didn't have my clothes, and I told her that I was gonna call the cops. And she got so scared, she made her mom call me, and her mom was like, oh, no, don't call the cops. Come and I'll give you your clothes. And the reason why was because she was going to court for shoplifting at JCPenney's or shoplifting somewhere. So she was going to court for that. So like, if I were to call, they would probably took her in because she was already going to court for stealing so much. I believe it was clothes too from the store. I mean, the girl obviously needed, like, she doesn't have, but that doesn't mean you need to go steal from people or from stores. That's the wrong way to go. That's where you end up in prison, jail, or is it just like jail? Prison is like, I don't know, whatever. But so yeah, so her mom was like, come. So I went over there. I went to go pick up my stuff. She didn't give me back a necklace and a jacket, the army jacket. She said that, but at the time that we weren't friends, she made friends with this other girl, which she wasn't friends with anymore, and she stole the necklace and she stole the jacket. So I was like, okay, wow. And the necklace that she stole wasn't even mine, it was my sister's. So my sister was bummed out because that's the only one thing that she stole from my sister, and she tried to keep it. So after I caught her from the first picture, she ended up deleting me or blocking me, but she forgot that she had my sister and that she had my boyfriend on Facebook. So she ended up posting another picture wearing the necklace and the army jacket. So I just wrote her and I was like, I'm coming to pick this shit up, and basically that's what happened. And I went to go pick it up and she didn't come out. The second time she didn't come out, she sent her brother to come give me my stuff. And like when I wrote her and telling her like, hey, the first time when I told her about like, I thought you didn't have my stuff, but you're over here posting pictures, like she wrote me a big thing telling me sorry, and that, you know, she really loved me and that our friendship was real, and that she really cared about me, that she only did it because she needed clothes. Like, I mean, I knew she was moving and I knew she needed clothes. That's why I was letting her borrow clothes every day. I could have just gave her some of the clothes that I didn't want. She could have asked for it. I would have gave it to her. You know, I wouldn't like struggle. I would have been like, yeah, here girl, here's some clothes. Cause I knew once she moved, she wasn't gonna have clothes no more. So, I mean, if she would have asked me, I would have just gave her clothes, but she decided to steal it, and that's how she decided to lose a good friend. Yeah. And that's the time that I got befriended just to get my stuff stolen. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this story time, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment more story time if you want me to do more story time. Bye!